Resident involvement is giving me a chance to help myself and all other Knightstone residents in improving the service that Knightstone delivers to its residents.
I think there was that nervousness for all resident involvement at the beginning, because you're going into something that you don't know how confident or how able you're going to be at doing it, and then with the support of Knightstone in the training, it sort of gives you that confidence.
When you retire, you need to have something to do, and a good way to do that is to get involved in something in a housing association, because it keeps your brain ticking over. You've got to work. You can't just sit back and listen to everybody else and say, oh, that's it. You've got to work and think up things to do, and I find it very stimulating.
I think it's important to have some kind of relationship with the residents so that they have a point of contact. And I think if a resident knows that they're able to voice a complaint or an opinion or some kind of concern to somebody that's on site, I think that goes a long way to keep it safe and to keep it clean.
As we know, our residents have really busy lives. People have families and jobs and things to do, and they can give us different amounts of time. Getting involved, just ringing up and giving us your opinion. It can be as simple as that. That can influence and improve services.
Well, one of the residents just saw me in the garden and came over and said that they had a leak. So I happened to see Martin and we discussed it. And then I emailed Nikki, and the two of them together now are sorting it out.
For residents to be able to liaise directly with Martin has a fantastic effect, and any issues can be dealt with imminently.
And as a resident being involved, it's been brilliant. It makes you have a say in your community or a wider community, because whatever we say or do, if Knightstone take it up, it affects all the residents everywhere. We've got a piece of land on the estate that's got 2 ponds that's been overgrown. It's all been left, that we're going to clear out. I've got 70 odd plants to put in, and having an interaction as a community.
I came into Knightstone because I was recovering from cancer, and my head was all over the place. And coming to Knightstone focused me. It gave me something to get up, go out the door, not be in my own space. I was taken when I first came. It was a take thing. It was, I needed to survive. I needed to get through the rest of my treatment. And I had so much kindness from the residents, from the staff, consideration. It made me begin to feel a person again with a future, not a person without a future.
And to actually go into a group and meet like-minded people gave me my confidence back. I've always been quite a gregarious person, but I lost it for about 5 years of my life. And so in a selfish point, Knightstone has done even more for me. And I wish other residents could experience that, you know, because it's been brilliant.
Our residents are actively involved in you know, all of the debates that we have internally as a team. In terms of specifying the service, there's no better people to tell us what the service should look like than our residents. The property contracts that we've been retendering they're probably the biggest contracts that we'll retender for quite some time. So the way we've shaped the contracts is that there's an initial 5-year period, and then there's an option to extend up to a period of a maximum of 10 years. So, you know, over that 10-year period, we could be looking at a spend in the region of 90 million, which is a significant amount of money. And, you know, you may say, well, you know, is there not a risk attached to that in having such intense resident involvement? Well, you know, I'd counter that actually with the risk is not having residents involved. Because, you know, for a 10-year contract, the quality of the service, the price you're paying needs to be right. And I think that's really valuable for the residents to see how we go through that process and to influence that process. Because ultimately, they're at the end of the service.
Resident involvement has given me a purpose. It's given me something to get up in the morning to do, and it's given me a routine. Well, when We Visit came to me today, we're going to be looking at communal areas to actually look and see how well the gardening contract is working. When we come to sit down at the end of the inspection, we will then be going through evidence that we found and people that we may well have spoken to during our visit as well, to actually see whether those trends tend to be in one particular area or overall.
When I started with all this resident involvement, a lot of people always thought that it was them and us. That's gone now. So it's nice that as a resident you can try and stop these boundaries and get involved with not just the community in your own home, but the community around you. So being able to put something back, saying a big thank you for being in the nice home that I live in.
I think that working with Knightstone will help me get back into work, because it's got me getting up in the morning again. And we have to get up in the morning to go to work.
Little things that we might say to them could be a big thing to them, you never know.
And I would say to anybody that wants to be in resident involvement, just go for it.
Yeah.
Just go for it. Give it a try. What have you got to lose?